Today we are doing a curling iron set. It's a classic 1940s Pageboy style hair tutorial, along with my vintage makeup routine. Feel free to pause as needed for the tools and products needed for this set. Start by removing the satin sleep cap. I clip it in place with barrette clips overnight to prevent it from sliding off. And then I proceed to brush my hair out with my detangling brush. You can use a Denman brush. I just prefer to use a detangling brush. So brush out all over, and then we're going to get into the parting and sectioning. When it comes to sectioning, I use the rat tail end of the comb and make a horseshoe shape from the corner of each eyebrow to the other one. It should make a nice round kind of horseshoe shape. Clip that out of the way. As for the sides, I clip anything above my ear and in front of it. It goes into the sides. The rest goes in the back. So do that with both sides. You have the horseshoe on the top, and then the back I just roll out of the way to start with. Now I'm going to use a hot 1-inch barrel curling iron. It's not a fancy one, it's just a regular Conair one from Dollar General, I believe. So I'm going to use that and part off the horseshoe section on the top lock. Divide it, so you divide it across the back row as shown in the video, and then divide that into 3 sections, and then roll them, each section, with the hot curling iron away from the face as shown in the video. Once the section is rolled, you want to pin it in place. I roll it back with my fingers and then pin it in place so it's standing. That's referred to as a standing curl or a standing pin curl. So do that, roll it back with your fingers, and then clip in place with a duckbill clip. Let it cool completely, and then proceed to do the rest of your top lock, rolling all of them away from the face and securing until cooling. Once you've completed the top lock and everything has been pinned in place so it can cool, leave the clips there and proceed to roll the left side. You want to section it off into small sections and roll away from the face, continuing the same pattern as before. When you complete the left side, move on to the right side, and then we will work towards the back. Once your top lock and sides are completely rolled and pinned in place so they can cool, leave the clips in place and let the back down. Brush it out thoroughly with a detangling brush or the Denman brush, like I said, whichever you prefer. And then slowly part off into sections. I usually do 3 or 4 horizontal sections, you'll see in the video, and then I roll the first roll for you just to show you, or the first row. So do that. All of them are rolled under, so you just proceed with that for the entire back, and then you pin them in place as you did before. You'll see that the ones in the back, I actually kind of flatten those. I roll them back with my fingers and then flatten them and then clip in place with the duckbill clips and let them cool, and then proceed to roll the rest of my head that way. It doesn't matter that they're rolled and smushed flat. Most of the volume that I want is going to be around my face, which is why I have the standing curls. The flat curls give you nice curves and curls and waves, but they don't give you as much volume, which is fine in the back because, as you can see, my hair is much longer. Once you have all your back curls and everything rolled and pinned in place, I usually secure it with a snood or hairnet. As you can see, when I come back, I remove that, and then I start removing all the pins. I've got it sped up fairly quick, that way it goes through the process, but remove all the pins. Always double check to make sure you got all of them before you try to brush it out. Once you've removed all the pins and you have them out of your way, use your detangling brush or your Denman brush, and I use the African Pride Moisture Miracle Oil. Just rub a little on your hands. It smells so good. I really love that product. It's not heavy at all, doesn't weigh your curls down, but really makes them nice and glossy, no frizz. So I kind of run that through, especially focusing on my ends, and then proceed to brush thoroughly with my detangling brush, or you can use your Denman brush. During this process, I do leave the top lock pinned up out of the way at first and get my sides and back completed. Once you have everything brushed out, you can see in the video that I a lot of times take my brush and will brush the ends of my hair over the back of my hand or over my fingers. You can do this, it helps to round it underneath and force it to take the shape that you want it to. Rolling underneath helps to attain the look of the characteristic under roll for the Pageboy type hairstyle. make sure that you pay attention to the back of your hair during hairstyling. So whatever you do on one side, you're going to want to do on the other, and then you're also going to want to make the back work. So if you're rolling everything under and you're brushing it under, then you're going to want to do the same with the back. Roll it under and brush it under. You want to make sure you keep that smooth, because if you ignore it until the back, a lot of times it's not such a good result. So just work with it as you go, and it'll make a big difference in the end. Once you've completed all that, take the clips out of the top lock and let it down. Brush it out with your detangling brush or Denman brush. I still use a little bit more of the African Pride Moisture Miracle Oil. Again, I love the way it smells, so I use just a tiny bit, apply it, and brush out thoroughly, and then proceed to brush out over my hand, again, using the same technique. Kind of cup it and bring it back under so that it's rolled towards the face. And once that's done, then I kind of brush the top back with my teasing brush, and I use the clips. They're kind of like the Grip Truth combs, but these ones are dollar store water waving combs. I think I got a pack of like 6 of them for $1. So I use those, and then you see how I put them in the video. I do that to pin them out of the way towards my face so it kind of frames around, and then proceed to touch up the rolls underneath, and then secure with hairspray before moving on to do my makeup touch-up. As for my skincare routine, I wash my hair around once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks, which sounds really gross, but my hair is not oily. I almost have to add oil products to it. It's so dry. I also have very fine, thin, limp hair, so it works. I usually use a clarifying shampoo to remove all the product, and then I follow up with a shampoo for moisture, and I add a couple drops of rosemary oil to it. It seems to help my hair grow and it has a nice luster, so I do that. And then as a toner, I use toner that I make myself. It has calendula leaf extract. It grows around here, and I grow it in my garden so that I can use it for my skincare products. Same with the borage and the yarrow and different things mentioned in the products in my tool list. These don't work for everybody. They work really well for me, particularly the sweet almond oil. So I use that. It definitely helps me, especially in my décolleté, around my neck and my chest area. When it comes to my makeup routine, I use cheap, easy to find products. Most of them are from dollar stores or Walmart. That is because of where I live and because I'm on a budget. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you like and subscribe and come watch more videos. Thank you so much.